start this stream. Ready or not. Ready or not. Random late night stream. See if we got any takers tonight. We got one. Oh, yeah, this was a random one, PDN. I wasn't even sure I was gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do it, but I go to Dallas tomorrow for a couple days, so got back late from kids wrestling event and thought I would hop on for a minute. I'm doing a little testing, so we'll see how this goes. Hey Benoit, hello. It's freezing in Dallas right now. That's not good. When it freezes in Dallas, it's like the world stops. They don't handle the freeze. It's not like South Dakota. It's school does not cancel in South Dakota ever. Ever. So all right, so I'm gonna do a little testing here. Is that a piece out, PDN, or is that just a piece? So I'm not sure where I caught the conversation, Robert, but in South Dakota we got no snow right now. Pretty rare that we have none. But I don't know about Dallas. I hadn't even checked the weather, I guess. Would I recommend it, Luke? It's a great question. I am trying to figure out a good solution here for everybody. There is the man, myth, the legend, I think is somewhere in the chat. He might be making that happen for us, Luke. That's what we're trying to do. Because the putting on Garmin, as I tried to politely state, needs a little bit of help. It's not that great. And honestly, webcam putting to me is, I don't know, it's probably the best vantage point to read a putt and the best way to read a slow speed moving ball. I know it doesn't get like launch angle because putts do technically have that, and they technically have spin, but high frame rate camera-based launch monitors have struggled reading putts for a long time. The GC2 did. They've got to change the algorithm because the ball doesn't, when you're taking that many frames that fast, the ball barely moves, and so it has less data points. So if it gets 2 frames in a millimeter versus 2 frames when the ball travels an inch, or maybe gets 10 frames in an inch, it can predict the flight easier on a full shot than it can on one that's moving really, really slow. So, and a putt might tumble in the grass, or the lighting might hit different, and if it takes the launch angle too soon in its calculation, it's going to get it wrong. So they've got to change the algorithm when putting's happening. They can't use the same one they use when they have full swing measurements on their cameras. And I think that's the issue. So not super shocked they have the issue that they're having. All right, I'm going to go to the full swing in the room. I'm going to do a little testing here. Line the MLM, you always try to get the center line. Seems like that puts it in a different spot. Center of the white square. Are you talking about like center of the white right spot? I'm not sure if I know what you mean. On practice mode. Oh, STS, math. Okay, math. Okay, sweet. X-Put, I super jealous. Love the X-Put. So I have my M1 Pro aligned, and I always put it in the same spot, so I never move it. Trying to think. For me, I think in the white square, the ball actually tees up outside of it. I just make sure that my M1 Pro is on the same height as my hitting surface, and then so it's on the same playing field, the same height, and then I align it with my target line, and then I hit from 7.5 feet. I don't even look where the box is, and then I check the replay cam, and I like to see that the ball is centered in the camera where I'm hitting from in the replay, and that it's just off the bottom of the replay cam. So as long as it's in that view of the replay cam, I think I'm fine. But I don't do too much with the box. I don't actually. My box on the floor starts at 6.5 feet from the MLM and it goes to 8.5 feet. And I do that just because that's what the manual says. I don't even actually line up the box in the window of the unit. I just have it the same height, the height that it should be. And then I just put my hitting spot at the recommended distance. I think some people are getting lower distances if they're out hitting in cold garages or if their golf balls are colder, because if your golf ball gets comfortable at 40 degrees and then you go out and start hitting, you've got a cold golf ball, cold club. It isn't going to fly as far. So that's absolutely true. But all right, I'm going to do a little testing. This is probably not going to be, there's a chance I might just play a par 3 round or something tonight, but I'm just going to do a little testing here, hang out, answer some questions, say hi to y'all. Otherwise, it's going to be Thursday for the league night. I'll be back Wednesday night, so I'm just going down for 2 days, down in the morning, back the following afternoon. But otherwise, it's going to be Thursday night league before the stream comes back, so wanted to hop on quick. I don't even have everything set up, but I'm not going to get everything set up. Just some of it. Hey, Stu. How you doing, Stu? All right, trying to get my setup going. Is there an alignment view which is zoomed in? Oh, there is one. Yeah. Playing cold ball. I don't know why, but I don't even really. I've been out all day, Stu. I just got back to my office really late tonight. About 10 o'clock I got in here, 9:30. Kid had wrestling meet, so I was out doing that. And I just got back. So let me go to, I should want to go to like a par 3 course of some sort. Do this. I'm just going to turn sound off though. Stimp on. I want to go practice mode though, don't I? No, I'll play it. Stimp on 11. I'm trying to think here. What would be easiest? Yeah, we'll just play it. I'll just have to turn the sound off. Oh, you did, Stu? I'll have to check it out. Nice. That is awesome. How do you like it? How's it working with your plan? With, you know, you've got the carpet, then you've got Jeff, there's some people that have some good recommendations. I have a couple in the link that I use. I'm not saying that they're the best ones, but there's a couple that I use. If you are going to mount it high on the ceiling, a little bit of zoom helps. And I know there's a guy on the MLM2 forums. I can't say his last name, I'll butcher it, but Kyle Les, he's a top contributor. He's got a camera that has a little bit of zoom. It looks like it's like got almost a circuit board on the back of it that he raves about, and I've never tried it, but it's on Amazon, and it has a little bit of actual manual zoom. It has a lens on it, so you don't have to use digital zoom. So if you're gonna mount it high, that might be a good option, but I use a Brio 4K and a Logitech 1080 Pro Stream. I think 60 frames is important, but not super important. Good, PDN. I was just super happy that it didn't run through the house like it could have. That was what I was most pumped about. I didn't want to get to a situation where it was like a stomach bug, where that ran all through the house. Doing good, Razor. Doing good. Adam, what's going on? Um, Cold Turbs. How you doing, Cold Turbs? All right, so we're gonna try this here. 106. I haven't played this course. My kids played it the other day. I watched them, so I had it loaded in. We'll see how this works. So I got a 9-iron here. Change one thing out. Go to. Let's hope that's in the right. Yeah. And T-lines off. No more T-lines. There we go. Tomorrow TGL for sure. Yeah, this course is really cool, PDN. And it's not terrible. It's a little bit hard in the sense that like between the holes, sometimes there's like these valleys and some rough to get into, but they just had fun with it with the dinosaurs. And then there's a lot of downhill holes that are only like 100 yards or 50 yards. You'll see a few, but I just want to see if this works. Okay, that looks really good. I mean, I don't know if the shot does, but I don't know if we all get what's going on here. Now here's the moment of truth. And my kids, whenever they play, and I'd recommend this to others, I turn on the auto aim feature so that they don't have to mess with control boxes or aiming it. I think them messing with that stuff takes away from their like enjoyment because they don't really know how to read greens and all that, so they just got to hit it now. Look at this going. I like it. Let's see if it continues to just work. I think we might have the guy we owe all this to watching right now, who has built if you have time and you feeling a little bit generous and you use the Springbok connector or Webcam Putting, go onto the connector and there's a little coffee cup and click it, and you can buy him a coffee, as they call it on Ko-Fi, which sends him money as a computer programmer for all the work he's done on the Springbok connector. It connects a ton of launch monitors. It also is the reason we have Webcam Putting integrated and the MLM2 Pro hooked up and all of that. So I'm using the Garmin tonight, and this is literally the first moment that this has been possible for me to do. I'm trying to get this all figured out here. That's probably too much. I had the wrong club. Meant to swing easier because I'm not warmed up. Okay. There we go. Let's see here. So it switched perfectly there. Seems like it's switching just fine. Let me check one thing. TGL, I'm super excited for the TGL. I think it's going to be pretty cool to watch. A lot of hype about it. But the screen, I saw a clip today. My brother actually sent it to me. A clip today where they were comparing the size of like a sim screen in the normal household versus the size of the screen like they laid it out. You guys probably saw the short or the whatever, the TikTok, wherever you find it, of it. It's just massive, the wall they hit into. Okay, let's leave this short. Keep going, that's perfect. Gosh. I feel like we've got something going on here. Leave this one short. Yep. What do you think, Etienne? It's pretty cool. There we go. Did we lose the chat? Where's my chat at? Everybody's just in awe. Okay. They probably all got sent to commercial. Is that what happened? Who knows? I hope not. How long has it been live? 15 minutes? I'm trying to turn that stupid commercial thing off. We're still here. STS, math. Okay. What's up, math? What are we testing? I don't know if you noticed, I've got the Garmin R50 right now. And if you notice, ooh, do we have, oh, I don't think the Garmin read that. Let's see. If you notice, so I've got the Garmin R50, and this one's probably a bad example because I think this is just a big funnel. Oh no. If you notice what just changed on my floor automatically, and if you notice what color of ball I've got, your hits sound like gunshots. Oh, do they? Like different than normal? Way louder than normal? I wonder if something got turned off. Let me check. Let me check. Are they worse than normal or something? Is it way different? Okay. So we probably have something happening then. Hold on. No, there's a good chance something happened here. Let me check. You know why? It's because I have an extra microphone hooked up right now that wasn't supposed to be. Does that sound different now? Probably sounds different. This wasn't supposed to, this mic over here was not supposed to be on, but it was. Thank you, PDN. Appreciate that. Just had like a microphone that's not usually on was on. Very observant. That would have drove me nuts when I scrolled back through to add chapters in the morning. This is probably not a big deal to anybody unless you have a Garmin. But what's cool about the testing that I'm doing right at the moment is I feel like it's already proven that it works. I don't know where that ball was. We've got something, Brian. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This is, yeah, I'm not planning to be on long either, Brian. I just am quite literally testing something that became available in a beta form. I'm like the first tester of this about 10 minutes ago. So this is, I was thinking, gosh, I got to test this. I'm not going to be streaming till Thursday. Maybe I'll just turn on the live stream while I do it. I figured, why not? Oh, way too much. Will that come back? I think it does on this. Oh, no. It's really hard. All the elevation changes. It's just hard to even see the ball on some of these lies. That doesn't help me test it, does it? If I could afford it, I would love to be, Brian. I would love to, but it's these units are also expensive. This was going to be my one expensive thing I bought for the season, but I have 2 more days to decide if it's going to be something that stays in the arsenal, or at that point I will have bought it and cannot return it. Jeff, I do have a former stream out there where I actually hooked up the two. I actually have a couple streams. If you look at some of my past ones, and I try to label them what they are if you check the description on some of the streams. There's an MLM2 Pro and Garmin one where I had them both running like throughout the whole night. So I used the MLM2 Pro with the Garmin, and the data's right on the screen. You can see every shot. And they were almost identical. I mean, really what it did was honestly, to me, it like validated the MLM2 Pro as much as it did the Garmin. It was very cool. So yeah, I have full confidence in the Garmin as much as I can without having put it beside like one of the big, you know, Foresight ones, or, you know, like I don't obviously have any of those. So without actually, you know, running it side by side on a really expensive unit, just the feel of it, and then running it along with the MLM2 Pro, I've got a lot of confidence in the way the Garmin acts. On the goal tonight, this was random. This was random. The goal tonight was to try to get some testing done for a possible solution here, and I wasn't even going to stream, but I realized I leave at 4:30 in the morning for Texas. I'll be gone till Wednesday night, and by then we'll have Thursday league, so I wasn't going to get to do any testing, and by then I need to make a decision on this unit and get rid of it. So I wanted to hop on. I was testing anyway. This is honest to God, this is the first shots I've hit since I got the new software, and it's in beta form right now, and so these are the first tests on this solution. And so, yeah, I just figured, heck, I'll turn the stream on. I don't know if it'll be for half hour, for an hour, what we'll do. Might just play the par 3 event, first round of it, quick, now that it's working. Have a little fun with the first round, and that'll be a full test of an SGT where I can't take any shots back. And that'll, I don't know, take 40 minutes, and then I'll call it a night. But it appears to be working. I did hit a few shots on it. We worked through a couple of small bugs, just getting the Garmin worked in, but at this point it seems like it's working. You're playing it right now, Mike? Where in Texas? Dallas. I'll be in Dallas for 2 days. Dallas for 2 days with a bunch of sales guys for sales meeting. So a lot of meeting. I'm not the sales guy in the meeting, but there will be a lot of sales guys there. And honestly, correct answer is Houston. Yeah, I'm a little far from that. How does it keep stopping on a huge hill? Lots of hills, Jeff. I missed that comment earlier. Do the same thing with the R50, the R10. Yeah, I really like the. No. They didn't release any firmware. This would be. I was saying it earlier. If anybody uses the Springbok connector and has it in their heart to throw them a little thanks, there's a coffee cup at the top of the connector, which is Ko-Fi. Ko-Fi is like a little way to say thanks. It's called Buy Me a Coffee, but what it really means is give a donation. You can do as little as you want, or as much as you want. But he's the one that programmed the Springbok connector, integrated webcam putting into all these different devices, and I've been trying to work with him here to get some sort of solution for the Garmin. For the people that keep it and love it, there's no reason we can't solve the putting issue in some sort of way, even if it's third party. And honestly, there's a lot of guys out there that have quads and different units that would love to integrate webcam putting as well. So it's not like it takes, even if putting worked, it's a cool integration, because you can do the floor overlay, and honestly, webcam putting, I find it extremely accurate. So yeah, doing a little testing of that, which is here. So there's a little coffee button right up here. It's got a little heart next to it. If you click on that, it'll take you to Springbok's Ko-Fi, and he never asks for this, and probably wouldn't want me to, but it is secretly hidden there, and you can do a one-time We and the supporters, because I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys, we are a good supporter for him, but he deserves every ounce of it. So go over there and take over the top supporter one, and throw him one if you use the connector, even if it's a buck or two. That would be cool. That'd be way cooler than sending me a super chat. So anyways, he makes a Springbok connector, and if you look in the settings for this unit, I'll show you this. If you look in the settings for this connector, I gotta pull it up. Pull up on my different. Oh, it's behind it. I have this set to always on top. Okay. If you look in the settings for this connector, it supports. This is a beta version. This one's not out there, but we're trying to work in a deal where we can get the R50 working, which I'm trying to test tonight, and look at all the different launch monitors it supports. And this has all just been on the back of him in the community, and I think Wonder is in there, and you know, Alex's webcam putting's been integrated, but a lot of hard work here and a lot of people using it, so pretty cool. But anyway, that's kind of the quick test for the night, is what I'm playing around with. Couple versions, we tried a couple different things and got a couple minor switches, but it appears to be working. That's the news I want to give him before I head back to Texas and before I return this unit, if I do. So what do I need to show the supporters, PDN? The comment that John made. Can't see GSPro allowing the open API to be used in competition much longer. There is no way they cut that off, Alan. They cannot cut the open API off, I don't think. There's no way they couldn't add something that would verify what it is. It already sends in the device. So it sends in the device and some different stuff. There's no reason, I don't know. If you've heard that like officially, I'd love to know that. If it's actually officially being talked about, man, I would stop telling people with the M2 Pro to head that way. And if you can't do it, I don't know. That'd be kind of crazy, honestly. The top supporter list. PDN, I'm actually working on one, actually, PDN. I started working with Stream Elements yesterday because I want to get some of those elements overlaid on mine. Because PDN, you might know a guy who actually is the top supporter. His name might sound a little bit like yours. Bryce, afternoon. PDN is the GOAT. He is the top supporter of the channel. I don't have the fancy dashboard like Ko-Fi yet, like they do yet, but I'm just one man trying to build my Stream Deck. So it's not available, Adam, but the reason I'm testing it, I'm gonna be gone for 2 days, and I want to get it to where it is, and I want to get a video out here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play part 3, do a test on it. If we're working, I'm gonna send that back to Etienne, who might be watching. I always hope I'm saying his name correct, but Springbok, and I hope he's watching. And if everything's working good and going well, then I'm gonna put together a little how-to on it quick, throw that video out, and then we'll get the, hopefully push to get the beta into a new release, so that it can be used. So working for solutions, Adam, as I know you'd love to have one probably. Had 2 live streams, worked okay. I have to build my quality. Oh, love it, Razor. It's harder than a guy thinks. Maybe people know, but it is hard to. There's so many little things. Are they an image on your floor, Tim? That's a great question. Yeah, so I'm gonna show. I don't know if my pretty face, as they say, actually, oh, I can get it up. There it is. It shows on my overlay. So this is my webcam putting overlay, and all the things that you see, like the logo, those are being projected on the floor. Wherever there is black, the projector just projects nothing. So, for example, I have like my stance lines. I can turn them on and off. So I could say like, I could say, you know, turn on different toe lines for different distances from the ball. I also have some swing aids, some hitting aid lines that I can turn on and off. And whatever I do on here, on this scene, will project onto my floor. And these lines that you see, yes, they are just images. So like if I click on one, I don't know how it'll show it. Let's see here. Let's say I click on a ball position line. You see how they move? That's just like an image I made in Photoshop. That's like got a black background with white lines. So it works good. Mike, I can put a link. I think there's a link. It's not straight down, but it's at like a 45. It's at like a 45. Yeah, it was super wonky, CLW. I was trying not to like, I've been working with them for a while on it. I won't say working with them, but I've been talking about it and sending emails and asking for help and all that. And I was hoping that an update would come and I could talk about the update and try to stay, even though they didn't give me this, nobody gave me, I bought this with my own money. I talked about how it wasn't working and all that, but I was trying to be patient, give them time, a new unit, understanding that that's a difficult thing for all units. And it just got to the point where I was kind of told it is what it is by them. And so to me, it was like, well, then I'm going to I need to be honest about it. It is what it is. So, auto aim, I don't know, PDN, that would be crazy if they were. I don't know, that'd be crazy. I like to think not. Game of honor type thing, right? So CLW, I'm testing the Garmin tonight with a little putting solution. I got my mount on Amazon. It does point straight down. Getting hardware set up. Wireless stream camera. Control seam limited. Honestly, if you can find, what I want to test is if you find like office grade PTZs, pan tilt zooms, the old like 1080 ones or 720 ones, people are getting rid of them. They're called AVer cams. I want to try one of those on the ceiling because they have zoom like 12x and it's clear and it picks up in low light. So they're like conference room cameras with wide angle. I want to try mounting one of those on the ceiling that I could point, tilt, and zoom, but just have a setting and have it zoom right into the webcam area and use that for putting. It'd probably be phenomenal. The quality on a PTZ camera is way higher, and all the old ones that they got rid of when they went to 1080 and 4K are cheap on eBay. So look for like an AVer cam, point PTZ cam, and you should try that for webcam putting. I think it'd be cool. But all right, let's see here. Seriously, quit your job and charge people to come set their sims up. It would be cool. I would come set yours up, PDN. That'd be cool. You say you're in Houston area? I actually get down there every now and then. Shared a link on putting stimps. One guy was typing with 2.5 miles to get the weight. Yeah, well, so you can play GSPro, Bryce, in mouse and keyboard mode, and you can type in and send, but you can't on the SGT. That method is turned off. So you can do that in testing. And I get it, P. Joe, you're right. Can you do a short or something that shows how or where you mount the second projector sometime? Yeah, you know what? I can do something like that. Something simple. I'm trying to think if this camera would even look up there. Logitech. You have a Logitech Mevo. Okay, that's good news. Yeah. You're the man. All right, let's play this course. We'll play one round. This will be the official quote-unquote test. If it goes well, it should go well. It's just a par three round. I probably won't get time to play all of it anyway this week, so this will be a good one. We'll see if there's any hiccups with it. I didn't even look at the settings. Stimp 11, normal, calm, okay. Do lighting here quick. Go there. Is that too dark? That's good, isn't it? Go there. Save and exit. Okay, that's perfect. Let's do this. 128, and then elevation. That's the last. Lucas Oil course is what this is. $11 stemp, 500 feet. Okay. So not much elevation to worry about here. So, par 3 tournament. Par 3 tournament, round 1. I gotta turn one thing off here quick, sorry. Projector link from Joel. Hey, use my link. All right, so there's a link in my description for a projector mount that you can mount pointed down. Let's see here in the description of this video. All right, let's see. I got to turn off on floor projection. I got to turn off a couple of values quick. 9 data points. Turn off this one. This one, they shine on the Garmin screen, so they don't work well to have them showing on this floor projection. There we go. Those ones are good. All right, we're playing now. If you break par, you keep the Garmin. I mean, honestly, with webcam putting, it takes away the only thing that I'm really truly frustrated about with the Garmin. But with a unit this expensive, I wanted putting to work. I hope I break par. That's the other thing. I hope I break par. Back's a little sore. I didn't warm up, but what's the difference? Gotta figure. I gotta go in this circle. How long did it actually take me to set up the floor projection? The first time I did it, I don't know. It depends. When I first set it up, a couple hours probably. But for everything I have now, it's just like probably multiple hours over time because I've added more and more stuff to it over time. But ooh, big old hook. Oh, I gotta turn the sound back on. Turned it off on Jurassic because if that Jurassic music plays, YouTube gives you a huge issue with it. Toot, 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 toot. It really depends on what kind of projector you get. Like I have a big square one. So the mount I've actually got it mounted off the ceiling. It'd be no different than a back wall mount that like hangs down. Something that stick off the wall. I have it sticking down off the ceiling, and then I have it mounted at 45 degree. Okay, 19. That's too much. Maybe we won't shoot under par. This is only a test. An old shitty projector. The projector I have is probably as old and shitty as you can even get. The one I'm using right now, I actually was going to take this one, which was one of the original ones I had. This is a Darby 1080. It's actually a pretty nice short throw projector, and swap out my shitty one for this one on floor projection. I just haven't gotten to it. So turns out there's not a lot of time in the day, but the projector I'm using currently is about as old and shitty as they get. It's 20 years old, the one I'm using for floor projection. $50 online. So I can't even really recommend it to you because you'd have to go buy a used one. Okay. 21 feet uphill. Foot. None, it's SGT, so it's just gonna go. But it'll be a good way to find out the frustrations, no redos. Feels like webcam putting. It's just gonna be whether it switches in and out of it well, and whether there's any like false readings between the switches. But I mean, the webcam putting should look like it. So purchased a lab today. Yeah, mine was $50 online. Lab, nice. Okay, 105. I want to get a lab. I mean, it just feels like you ain't cool unless you got a lab these days. and they do look like, I mean, all the videos I've watched on them, they really do sell them well. They do feel like something that would be helpful, and everybody that has them seems to like them. I don't know. My brother just got one. I think on Black Friday he bought it. Okay, 105, uphill a little. DF3, huh? Nice. Spin hard. Spin hard. I'm testing it tonight for the first time, Mark. I'm testing it tonight. It's a beta test. See if we can get some sort of a solution. Doing my best here. We'll see what we can do. So, we seem to be outside of the initial, like, hey, there's this little thing, hey, there's that little thing. This spring box seems to have worked his magic again. We'll see how it goes throughout this round. So 19 inches downhill, 7 inches. No, this is third party, Mark. But an awesome third party solution. There's a couple little tricks to what you got to do, but I'll work on the how-to here tonight after this stream and try to get a video to show you, if you've got a Garmin, how you can do it. And once we feel comfortable, I'm sure soon, when they feel comfortable to get this beta out, they'll put it in the normal release for people to get. There we go. What's the Oz 1? Did I see that in someone's... Who did I see? Did I see like Bryson and somebody hitting on an Oz 1? What did I see? I don't even know what the Oz 1 is. I feel like I saw it recently, but I haven't looked into it. Face insert. Oh, that's a version of the lab. I get you. I got you. No, not manipulating it. It's just basically third party that's allowed. There's no manipulation. All it does is, when putter is selected, it ignores the Garmin altogether and uses the webcam. So basically, just like right now, the webcam is in play, and I've got a ball, and now the webcam is doing all the putting action. And anytime any other club is selected, the Garmin is the device that's reading. So that's the integration. It's basically a software piece that we can merge the two. Similar to how, like, the MLM2 Pro or anybody that's using webcam putting is doing it. Come on, go in, hit it hard, go in. Oh, I hit that so hard. I actually turned my webcam putting So when I did the other video, I was looking at it and I had upped my webcam radius by 1, and then I did a measurement and I tried to get it in proportion with my projection. Anyway, I feel like I calibrated my webcam and then I put the square up and the numbers were almost exact. And I'm like, shoot, I did calibrate it. So it is a touch quicker than what I had it before. I had it slowed down probably to make it easier for myself. I don't know, it probably just felt easier. So it feels pretty good, but I got to get used to that a little bit. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you doing, Badger? For that putter, if it goes in the hole, I don't know that I'll care which one I get. If it works like they all claim it does, and if I grab one and start making more putts, I think I can look at any of them. 100 yards. Got the draw going tonight. Not a very good 100-yard shot. So just gonna play one round here, 18 holes, hang out, chat a little bit, and this is kind of my official look at this thing, and then I'm gonna shoot a how-to to show people that have the Garmin how they can do it. .23. Oh, almost. Can't puff shit with the mez. I'm probably gonna sell it. Oh no, PJ. If you're getting rid of it at a discount, let me know. It is beefy. It is a beefy unit. That is no joke. You ain't kidding. You can't smuggle it in anywhere. People are gonna know you have it. All right, 140. But I mean, it's reading very, very quickly. That's one thing I like, and it's switching to putter perfectly. That felt super thin, but go. Is it really super cold in Dallas? I haven't even looked up the weather down there. Hopefully it's not like what I saw the Kansas City. They were showing Kansas City all iced over and everybody wrecked and piled up. Well, hopefully I'll be insulated from it. I hope. I feel like I'm playing a ton of break tonight. It's like going back and I gotta decide if I'm gonna play the Tips Tour or the Pro Tour, because I feel like I just get so jaded by this. Come on, go. Oh. Well, I mean, it's cold doesn't bother me as long as there's not ice. I mean, it is 12 degrees where I'm at. So it's 12 degrees here. And while that's cold, it has happened every year of my life, and it doesn't surprise me anymore. Battle Creek, that's way up north, isn't it? Battle Creek, way up north. How much extra will this fix cost? CLW, it will cost you the price of a webcam. And then, like I showed earlier, a small, out of your heart, you don't have to do it, donation to the guy who built the connector for free for everybody, which you don't have to. So the connector is free, and it's developed. So the connection's free, you just need a webcam, and then you have to dial in the webcam putting. It really is not, it's a $50 expense. And if you work from home during COVID, it's probably a free expense. Just use your work from home camera. I tried to not draw that, but I still did. Can't change that in to out path. British Columbia is about an hour. Got 4 inches. That's one thing that's crazy is For us this year in South Dakota, up to this point, we have no snow, which is wild. We usually have snow. We have 0 inches of snow. HT Dumps, are you in the Dallas area? You said yes right away. I saw that comment. I will be in Dallas tomorrow. I don't know if you're down there. No way. Well, what are you doing tomorrow night? All right, down 6-14. This is a little touch. Previously not possible, but tonight it's possible. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, that's funny. I like that. Previously not possible, tonight it's possible. That's a clip, I think, right? Just thought of that all on my own. Okay. This does make it a little more tempting to think about keeping it. Get all excited. It was like a 10-footer, but the reason I'm excited is because I had to hit that to right here. I had to hit that really, really, really slow. What was the mile per hour on it? 3.2 miles an hour, which not long ago was hard to do. Okay, 96. Well said, brake par. I just have this, I gotta aim right a little bit. I got like a 6 to 15 yard draw. I'm working on it, Mark. That's what we're working on right now. This is the very first time this is actually what I would call the beta test. The very first beta test run of it working. So I wasn't going to stream tonight. I got home at 10 o'clock. And of course, our friend down in Australia came through with a possible solution. I leave in the morning, so I thought I want to get this tested before this week's over, and I'm going to be gone in Texas here for a couple days. So I figured let's test it, and then as I was setting it up to test, I thought, shit, just turn the stream on. Why not? So here we are. I've been golfing since I can remember, Josh. Would tag along with Daddy, throw the ball at 100 yards, probably since I was like 3 or 4. So, lucky in that way. Oh, I hit that hard. Hit that. Sit. Thursday will still be, yeah, stream Thursday will still be up. I'll schedule that. Mark, that's the plan. And so I want to get this out. If I do make the decision to not keep mine, because I've got 5K tied up in it, I didn't have much time, and I didn't want to put that video out and just be like, well, that's just how it is, because I mean the MLM2 Pro has had issues and we've figured them out. We've figured ways to do it. So this is an obvious great solution if it can be worked. It takes a little bit. You have to do, well, it's actually, I said it was a $50 solution. It's probably about a $75 solution in total. And I'll put out a video on how to do it, and then you can get yourself hooked up if you're somebody who has the Garmin and ends up keeping it. Go in. Come on. Whew. Yes. No, it didn't go. Why did I in the first place? I mean, if I'm being completely honest, Mark, which why not? I guess I don't know if I love when people say that. Why wouldn't you be honest about it? But I guess, like, to be completely honest about it, I've had the MLM2 Pro, worked through, I troubleshot like everything on it. I thought to myself, you know, for the sake of the channel and the stream and, you know, my room, I thought, wow, cool, a new product. Honestly, when it came out, I bought it the day it came out. When it came out, I was like, a new product. All the advertising was just off the chart. Obviously, they were pumping it. And I just clicked buy like at 7 in the morning when I got the Play Better deal. Because I was thinking about a new launch monitor to get into the room just for anything for content, and then to get myself something upgraded. And I thought this will be perfect. It's a new unit. It's going to have some hiccups. it's a Garmin community. I'm already in the Garmin like ecosphere with Garmin products. And it looked to me like it was like a GC3 or better. And so I thought, well, if it turns out to be everything it says it is, this would be perfect for the room and perfect for me. And there's just some things on it. You know, it was a little bit more than I thought I was going to spend originally. You know, on a unit, I was actually had in mind doing something in like the $2,000 to $3,000 range. But I thought if it did everything it says, it's worth $5,000 to me, probably. And now I'm just, I don't know, I'm teetering between, does it really do all of those things? Can I get something that does a few more things for $1,000 more? Like the Pro T is $1,500 more. I could mount it overhead. I'd have swing replay cameras. I'd have, so it kind of coming up short, and then other launch monitors showing their teeth, I guess, has made me rethink it slightly. But it was never, I don't know. I guess that's the why. Go a little maybe? Mevo camera to adjust things for the chroma keys. You need to get Mevo camera. It's not like the camera on the Mevo device, is it? You're still using a webcam, right, Adam? I'm intrigued, but I'm a little curious on what you mean by that. But does that make sense, Mark? I mean, call it a streaming camera. Like they sell it as an accessory to it. Gotcha. All right, 10'4". Hey. Wow. We're back to even. Under par was the rule, huh? I don't think we shook on it. Hey, good night, Tom. See you Thursday for sure. You wanted the GC3, but all the... Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I mean, all the things when it came out is what I saw. I saw works with GSPro. And I saw E6, awesome golf. I thought, shoot, there's a lot of, opportunity for me to learn about those other softwares, talk about the connections. There's content there. It's a new unit. And then I saw, oh, you can play golf right on it. That sounded cool. I can take it to a range. I know they said, I didn't really know how big it was till I got it, because I literally bought it the morning it came out. It was delivered to my house on the 12th of November. So it seemed like it was going to be everything that would fit me. Yeah, the Home T Hero hasn't felt like it's been, wow, I hit that way harder than I thought. It hasn't felt like it's been the one for me. I don't know that I would play it much. I play auto putt rounds. Like I played the Home T Hero tournament this last week at Kapalua or whatever. And I play auto putt rounds and get so frustrated because I had like 4 greens that I had 3 putts on. So it's like you hit the green, but you're outside. So like on par 5, you hit the green, but you're outside the inner circle. And then you get a 3 putt for par. It's like, I would have birdied that. Come on. Or at least want the chance to do it. So it almost seems harder at times, the auto putt. I just really miss being able to putt and chip around the greens. So I'm not a big fan of the Home T Hero like tournament series. 35. And the courses, after you play GSPro, the course graphics feel really meh, Yeah, when it first came out, I kind of thought that too. But then I quickly wisened up. I was like, no, that doesn't make a lot of sense, because the graphic power you need for GSPro, they'd basically have to be bottling a $2,000 computer inside of it. But that would have been really cool. I just knew it. I knew at a minimum I could connect it directly to GSPro, but then I got a little sour taste when the first 30 days of owning it, I couldn't get it connected until the first update came out like 30 days later, 25 days later. There we go. Yeah, that's true. But if you look on the GSPro like designers, yeah, if you look at the GSPro designers, it's like they're adding new ones all the time. We're up to like 1,200, and I haven't done much work on it. I've worked on it 2 sessions. I'm trying to design my local course, or one of them. And so, you know, over time, how many do get, you know, designed? I think it'd be cool, and, you know, maybe a lot more do get designed, but I do think the play and the experience on this feels so much more real, though. The way the ball reacts, the way chipping feels, the way putting feels, the way things look. It feels less cartoony. Another 5-yard draw. I gotta stop. I gotta aim to the right. We've been doing this. What do they call it? Insanity. So I think that's what they call that. Okay, so we're even through 9. This is not gonna win anything. Yeah, it is. And then the SGT Tour. I have so much fun playing the SGT Tour, and now our league, and just having like a community of people to play with online, and not just be, you know, in my sim room playing Home T Hero by myself. It just doesn't feel like it matters. I don't know why. This is just way better. Come on, webcam putting. Get in there. Oh no, man. Yeah, so the webcam putting's acting exactly as it would on the webcam. Literally the settings and everything are exactly the same as it would be for the MLM2 Pro. It's more how the connector interacts with the switching between the two and reading the numbers on the Garmin that I'm testing out tonight. So yeah, bottom hand is, I'm kind of I'm not really. Sometimes I put cross-handed Badger, but yeah, Does the data on the R50 seem to give more of a hook? I don't think so. I'm releasing a little bit harder tonight, but I didn't warm up. So I didn't warm up and kind of get a feel for the hands at all. I'm just kind of, my natural shot's a draw, and I think one of the downsides of the sim is sometimes I fight trying to hit the ball straight, and then I just end up being a little bit open. Ooh, an impact cam. I have an impact cam right here now, but yeah, no, I do want to get that. I want to get an impact cam. That's what I want. I want to get more integrations with it. So, oh, bottom hand seems a little stronger on the club. I think you're right. It's actually something I was working on, because I was hitting on the Garmin the last few days, shooting as much video content as I could, and I have to edit it all now. But I was hitting a lot on the Garmin the last few days, and it was showing me swing path and it was showing me face. And a lot of these high flighted balls I've been hitting is because I've had an open face. And so I have strengthened the bottom hand a little bit tonight. You're right. Good observation. What time US? Yeah, look at that thing. I released that so hard. Oh, the Garmin tells me, actually. I have it on the Garmin. I have club data right here. So path 6.8 inside. Club face. Like club path. Yeah, club path 5 inside. Face to path 6.8 left. So super shut. So yeah, I'm heavy release right now. I should get those numbers up on the screen for you. Aim right next tee box. CMYK, it probably is, you know, in like some sort of way. They'd have to redesign it, but I wonder if they could use some of the features. Alan and I were kind of talking about the other day. It wasn't FSX we were talking about, but he was talking about, oh, Alan, fill in my blank that's in my brain right now. Which one were you showing me? Alan designed a course. Oops. Sit. I might I will aim right, and I think I need to weaken the grip a little bit on that bottom hand. But like, I haven't had any hiccups switching from putting, switching back to shots. Yeah, that's super hands. I need to get this set up so we can do replays and drawing tools. We can really, I'd love to get a little less in here. Look at that. Look at that nice little tap. Little 3 mile an hour, 3.6 mile an hour putt, webcam putting right in the hole. Gotta love the hands though, Mark. So you hit those good big flop shots. Really release and use that bounce on the club. Okay, for the chat, we're gonna aim a little right. Aim a little right, weaken the grip a little bit. I don't want to get to under par. Somebody's trying to make me make a promise about being under par. Webcam off the tee. We did that. I have the longest putt in SGT history, I think. Unofficial, but we did that on stream. Look at that. Aim 6 yards right, draw it 6 yards. Just a little heavy. Spin back. Turn off the webcam putting to the chaos wheel. You have to putt with the Garmin. That is your punishment. That's pretty funny, actually. I mean, it's such a great solution. I mean, it's looking down from the top, so it doesn't take into account like the little squiggle that the ball might take when you hit it really slow that camera-based monitors have. That's why they have horizontal launch correction. It more takes it averaged over the line. So, I mean, I don't know. It's not like it misreads ever. It doesn't feel like it. Maybe on a really hard putt it does. Well, I hit that kind of hard and pushed it. Sit. Yeah. What time is Chaos Wheel? Chaos Wheel is on league nights, Mark. So on league nights, you can sabotage my round or have a little fun. Sometimes it doesn't sabotage. PDN has, oftentimes he will spin the wheel and just give me something nice, like the exact club I wanted, but you really never know. But yeah, Thursday nights, 9:30, league play. PDN is the leader, the GOAT, the all-time leader in Chaos Wheel spins. He's also the all-time leader in super chats. So yeah, it gets fun. And then you can play in the Triple Bogey Live League as well, Mark, with us, and you'll be live on the leaderboard if you'd like. You can't pick the course until the day of. It's kind of, I don't know, the settings are kind of weird. So I can't even add a next course in the queue. I have one in mind that I'm not going to tell you. What's a good resource? My channel. My channel is a really good resource, Mark. I've got a lot of videos on it. I can help you. If you look at how I set it up for the MLM2 Pro or how I've tested it, any of those videos, it's going to be set up and applied the exact same way. The setup of it, and I'm going to make a video for the R50 integration here that I'm using right now in beta and put it out with the link to it so that you can just follow that one along and get this all set up. That'll be probably the first one I edit here on the channel next. I shot about 4 more videos with the R50. I just haven't got the editing done. I wish you could set up a schedule. I do too. I wish I could say this week is this tournament and schedule out 4 to 5 weeks. There's been a lot of us that have requested that on the SGT. That's currently not a feature they allow. They only allow you to basically, the event has to run 7 days, and then the day it expires, you have to start your next event. If you forget, then it doesn't go. So I got a reminder every Tuesday to close the current event and add the next event. Otherwise it won't happen. So I don't know, that's one thing hopefully they add. Obviously they've added the leagues in general, so they're constantly, putting new features in. So the guideline is, so it's like, that is the webcam putting telling you, hey, this is where your ball is. That is the new reference line for what straight is, you know, in relation to the webcam. So if your webcam ever got off kilter, that line, and it wouldn't be on your floor for most people. It's on the floor for me from the webcam projection, which you have to set up, overhead projection to get this floor. But what it basically does is, based on where the ball is, it should pick up, I don't know why it's not, it should pick up, it's probably because of the way I'm rolling it. It's going to act up right when we talk. It should pick up a new spot, and now straight is relative to where that spot is. So it's just basically resetting and telling you what the new reference point is. But it's also a good little guide for putting. It's a good way to kind of practice, you know, hitting it straight. 17.7, down 4. Did I nuke that? I don't think I did. Come on, go in. There we go. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. The line on the webcam projection is exactly what I want. Yeah, so you got to get the overhead projection set up, which I've got a video on how to do that, and then the webcam putting, and it kind of all gets it in. Price I saw for GSPro course again. Depending on the designer, you know, some of the designers that have, like, you know, renowned reputations, yeah, they're a lot high. Some are a lot higher than others. I've seen anywhere from, like, I think, you know, $800 to a couple $1,000s for the average designer. And don't quote me on that. That's the numbers that are in my head. If anybody's had one done or knows better, put it in the chat. I'm not certain on that, Alan. But yeah, I think it's, you know, it certainly depends on who you're doing it for and what you're going to deliver, right? With a square, can you use the webcam putting? Yes. I don't know if we beta tested it yet. Initially, I started to get that set up, and then Square came out with their own connector, and Square had putting. So we didn't, but it is in there as a launch monitor. I just don't know if we completed the beta testing on it. I was a part of that initially. I have not finalized the testing, but if we really set our heart to it, we could get the Square set up with it. 163. But you don't need it with Square is also true. That's also true. But if you want the image overlay, like if you think the overlay image on the floor is really cool and you want to use the feature of webcam putting, I don't think I had it in the Square, sorry guys. You want to use the feature of it instead, just for the look and the feel, that would be a good application for it. I mean, if you noticed in the Garmin video, the Square and the webcam were almost identical every time. That was such a bad swing. Anti-left swing. Aim right. The first one was decent, but I had the ball like back here and it wasn't in the Garmin R50 because I was just chatting away. And then that one was just a total shit swing with a block. But I wasn't really paying attention. But hey, flop shot. Yeah, you could use floor projection just to put this line down for your square. So like I do that. When I put the square image on my floor, I can show you that quick. Little Flopadopolis, go there. Sit, sit, sit. Oh. See, here we go. This is where the webcam is going to save me. Where before I would have been shaking in my boots about this putt that I have to hit 2.7 miles an hour or whatever. Now I'm not worried at all. We can do it. We can do it just like that. Boom. See that? That short little putt, knock it in, no problem. It'd be fun to see him play good. I don't know. It's always fun to see him compete, isn't it? For me, it is. I mean, growing up, he was You know, he was the only thing I ever watched, really. I played my most competitive golf around the, you know, early 2000s when he was winning everything. So I've always loved to see him do well. All right, here we go. Aiming right a little bit. Just a light little sandwich here. Release it. Look at that. Look at that little draw. Spin. Man, I feel like I'm absolutely murdering the ball right now. Shoot under. Everything is long. That's what she said. That's what she said. Been drinking Joe's juice? I wish. I need to get back in the gym is what I need to do. Which is something I know Joe's good at doing. I don't know. I find play too much golf. Play too much sim golf or whatever. Play too many nights in here, and eventually, like the soreness or the tiredness does creep in because some nights my speeds just dropped, and it's just like, well, you just don't have it. And then other nights you come in swinging, you feel loose, and you've got it. But 18 feet. Come on, webcam, get in there. Oh, thought we had that. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if he would ride a cart, do it daily. CMYK, it's they have all the tools are free, and they have a step-by-step tutorial online how to do it. Like I said, I started my local course. I got the terrain and the topo maps, and then I got everything, and then I got into the part where I start drawing all my boundaries, and I started on that one night, and I haven't had time to get back into it since. But I would say, I don't know if, I would say it's hard in ways, but I think once you get it, it probably isn't terrible. Like, I don't know. It's relative, right? I think there's a lot of skill to doing it, is what I should say, for GSPro. But anybody can do it, and the tools are free, and there is a step-by-step guide on how to. They got a lot of videos out there in the Discord channel for doing it. All right, 97, nice and easy, off the juice. Seven yards left. Did I aim right a little? No. Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't care if they rode carts. I wouldn't care if they took steroids. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care if they used illegal clubs. I enjoy seeing those guys hit the ball. There's a senior tour in our town, and it's fun. Fun to go watch them. It's amazing how good they are. They come to Sioux Falls. They come to my hometown every year. They've got a deal to come to a course in our town. I know, that was just a little sand wedge. I feel like, I don't know, maybe I'm not swinging, clearly I'm not swinging as light as I think I do. 35 feet. Oh, I smoked that. Sit. That was my own fault. Couldn't find the LiDAR. Mark, I feel like, yeah, I suppose they do. I feel like I feel like I could get you the LiDAR data, but maybe not. Because I feel like when I went on there, basically the whole darn US was covered, but maybe not. I found like 1 centimeter data where I'm at, but all right, 9.6. Go. Wah, wah, wah. We're over par again. We're over par again. It's not looking good, Bryce. It has been absolutely seamless, though. I haven't had a single issue. Now I'm recording the data, and I'm going to go back through the log and look through and make sure everything was read correctly, and that everything's working right. Yeah, we should have yours, unless you're like in Area 51. I might not be able to get that right now, but otherwise I feel like I could help. The other thing you can do is the very first step is getting your LiDAR and getting your topo set up, getting all that done. I think on the Open Course Designers Discord, they said in there for 80 bucks, 40 or 80, I think it was 80. For 80 bucks, Pac-Man would do that whole first step for you. So he'd go get your topos, stitch them all together for your LiDAR data, and then tie the Google image or Bing and Google image to that and create your inner and your outer design platform or map, basically your base for 80 bucks. So, and after I did it, it took me like 5 hours to learn it and do it. Probably not, probably 5, embarrassingly enough. I probably should have just paid Pac-Man and then made sure I had it right. Because if you get it wrong, you're designing off of an incorrect base to start. So the reason it took me so long is I want to make sure I did it all right. But I think for 80 bucks, he'll set those up for you. So it would be worth it for 80, especially like the peace of mind that you got it right. You know, what a shot. Playing that little draw right in there, little 6-yard draw. We'll see if the webcam can get us there. We got 2 holes, and there ain't no promises either. Usually the easiest on the nose. Yeah, and if you go to the, yeah, good point, Chad. And if you go to the so it's like Open Course Designers. You see the little blue or green logo on the courses when they come out, OPCD, I think it is. They have a Discord, and then on the Discord, you can apply to join it and create your course, and then they've got all the step-by-steps and channels with all the main designers in it that you can ask questions, and they've got all kinds of resources. So right in there in the guide, they had the links to 2 websites that were different from one another. One was the national, and there was another one where you could get LiDAR stuff. And they pretty much said between these 2 you can get it. And I was able to find mine. But I probably would have just paid the 80 bucks in hindsight. Down 7, we got this would be very hard to make a couple days ago. Let's see if we can do it. I didn't hit it hard enough. You gotta be kidding me. All right, even par. Even par. There's no fireworks in this round. But it's been a good conversation and good chat. Good to see you guys before I head out. And before Thursday night's league, if you're not a part of Thursday night's league, you should join it. I'll hang around for a minute after this round here too. I'm gonna go through a few things on this. I might even show the open course design. But then I'm gonna shoot a setup video on all this and then go to bed and leave in the morning. Last hole. This will be the last golf hole. Yeah, but I'll be on stream for probably another 30 minutes or so. Last hole. He missed on purpose. Look how skinny that one is. That's a cool hole. So Lucas Oil Golf Course. Where's this at? What's Lucas Oil Stadium? Is that Indianapolis? Or what's Lucas Oil? Why do I shaving points? Always sad. Who knows? Sometimes I think it's gonna end, and then 4 hours later you're trying to hit it into a hole at Bryson's house, and you get a blister, and nobody's watching because it's that late. So That's not going to be tonight, but it happens. Well, Stu was watching. I should say that. Stu was there. All right, 156. I got an 8-iron here. Oh, that's so pulled. It needs to cut, and it's not gonna. Oh, he's just that. They're gonna say I was shaving there too. As if the round would have really affected the decision. You wouldn't complain about a round 2? If I play round 2, I'm gonna have to try to score or something, you know, to enjoy it as much. I'm just glad that I'm just pumped this is working. All right, up 14. A little flop here, a little handsy flop for Mark and PDN. See what we can do. Not bad. It's kind of my shot, isn't it? The little flop, the little flip flop shot in the sim. Throwing balls all over. Thanks, Mark. If we play round 2, we're gonna have to go low though, Bryson. All right, we'll play round 2. What do you think? Anybody up for round 2, or are you guys going to bed? All right, we'll do it. Screw it. We'll get another tournament under the belt, but I should have tried. I should have grinded there. It's just late. I figured people would not be interested in round 2. I wouldn't either, really. All right, we're gonna try to score here then. A little more focus. Not focus, but I'll actually aim and. Hit a flop the other day. I don't know if you can see it. It wasn't on stream. It was with the kids. We were screwing around. You guys can't see it because I'm hidden. But I hit a flop the other day. I have a shelf. It's all drywall. Yeah, you won't be able to see it. But I smoked the ceiling, and there's drywall all over my mat up there because I hit it with a flop shot, which has got to be like 55-degree angle to hit that. I mean, it's like Phil goes over the wall. Got to go to bed, Mark? Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. It is hard to fit 8 rounds a weekend, Bryce. It is hard. All right, no point shaving. What can we shoot? Peace out, DJ. Thank you, DJ. As always, you're always around. Appreciate you. I miss any other goodbyes? All right, we'll try to score here. I don't know is this a harder day? What's the conditions? Stimp 11, Sunday pins, 5-foot gimmies and breezy. Everything else is normal, so nothing crazy, but should be a little harder than last round, but I didn't really pay attention to pin spots that much last round. Night, Mark. All right, so with this 6-mile-an-hour wind, we can probably just get that juiced up sandwich there then, huh? What do you think? And give myself 6 yards right. Yeah, no problem, Matt. Good night, Ida. Oh wait, you're just saying good night. Oh, thanks, Adam. Hey, thank you, Adam. Super chat. OMG, thank you. If you're here tonight, OMG had a super thanks, and Supervalist did too. On my video, I'd never seen a super. I didn't know it was called a super thanks. OMG was actually my first one, but it was like in a comment on the video, which was really cool. So, thanks, Adam. Trying to celebrate or click on it. It doesn't let me do it. So I'll just write thank you. My computer beeped. What does that mean? This one did. A little beep over here. Nothing. Okay. As long as it's not a blue screen. Thanks, Adam. All right, 116. I'll hit that juiced sand wedge with a little draw. Definitely got some draw. Go a little. Go. Ah. Yeah, looking at the chat quick. I thought I missed something. I don't want to miss anybody that said peace. No, not yet. Good night to other Alan. Wait, chat, aren't you the chat? It's to a guy. Yeah, good night, Tim. I hope you do too. That'd be cool. Shoot me an email if you do. It's just 500 elevation, so it might be because a lot of the courses we've played have been sea level, haven't they? I guess my home elevation is 1500, so anything below that I always look as like not. I always look at 1500 as like my baseline for what I have my numbers in my head at. But yeah, this is just 509 for elevation. Uphill 0, 18 feet, a little bit right. Off the lie, Bryce, off the rough. Fairway lie, we're putting this. Switch to putter. 18 feet. Come on. Thought maybe I had that. Thank you, STS. It was not in putting. Alan, maybe. Alan, I think you're right. These wedges have just some serious marks in the center full of like golf ball. I don't know if you can see it. They're full of MLM2 Bro skin. You see that on camera? Does that show up? It's like rips apart these sim golf balls. I saw your little note out of the corner of my eye. Up 7, into the wind here. 10. Wear marks, This one's got some ball on the outside toe, so I don't know how accurate I really am, but that's also my flop shotter wedger. But it's not wear marks. Those are just like, that's actual ball skin. I could scrape it out. It's literally ripping the covers off the golf balls. That's why I knew I should use old wedges in the sim so that I don't tear the balls up so much. All right, here we go. I'm gonna hit a 50 here, uphill 7, so 114 into the wind. 7, so a little 50 here. I forgot, I'm trying to keep up. Yeah, Matt, you're right. I only hit perfect shots, basically. Yeah. Just don't go back and watch any of my other streams if you want to believe that. Thank you. These Sunday pins are no joke though. Like number one, not terrible, but then you get Sunday and you always get these little side hills. You got to try to be right below them if you can. But this, you take this all day. 8'9". Let's go right there. No. Ah, man, I thought I had that one. Hit it just how I wanted to. 0.1 HLA, 4.2. Just a little harder that would have gone in, or a little more break, I guess. Wasn't bad though. Shoot. Just like in real golf, the putter is the difference. And that's why it was such a big deal to me, you know, with the Garmin. Is I know there was a few comments, and I totally get them, where they just were like, you know, well, come on, man. I mean, everybody knows LM's, you know, putting is like, you know, not the feature of a launch monitor, you know. I get that, but if you're playing sim golf, it's literally the putting is a lot of times the difference between like actually placing on these tours and not is whether you make putts. Benoit, have a good night. Thank you for stopping in. 102. I don't want to hit 60, so we're going to take some off of the sand wedge, I think. I think I did. Go a little. I don't think I'll have any impersonators. That wasn't bad. This putt looks makeable, more makeable than the last few that I've had. This one doesn't move a lot. We just got to hit at the right speed. I don't think it breaks much. A little to the right. Maybe a touch to the right, like that much. Okay. 21 up 8. No! What are we talking about? That had like a... Hit it a mile an hour or a half mile an hour harder, I wouldn't have to worry about it, but gosh. I was like, there was like a rock in front of the hole there. Now it just must have broke left on the front of the cup there, and I must have had it rolling just slow enough for that to happen. Magnets, yeah. It was the drones flying overhead. It's not funny. It's real. Okay, 8 mile an hour in, 101. It's gonna just continue my not being able to birdie a hole. I guess I birdied one earlier tonight. The last tips round, it felt like nothing would go in. Yeah, I think it hit a rock, somebody, or spike mark, something. Pretty realistic. All right, wind is gonna push it right, so I'm not gonna aim as much right. Little 4-yard draw, that should be, oh, it's gotta go though, doesn't it? GSPro tool. All right, let's see here. 27 down, 4, 20. What do you think of that, Bryce? Is that enough? We got enough break there? I think we do. Bryce, oh, I forgot to congratulate you, Bryce, on beating me the other day in the tips tour. I did not get it together at Kapalua. I just really was not hitting it, and then it just kind of got into like, you know, the round got into like a little bit of like an Eeyore feeling. Nothing good ever happens to me. Just nothing would go in. Oh, man. Pulled that a half degree. Oh. I do like the mix though. Like this mix is almost perfect. I can't even tell you that if the Garmin worked perfectly for putting, that I wouldn't be semi-interested in this mix of webcam and Garmin, because I don't know what it is. The webcam feels so nice to putt with. This is kind of a forced solution to a problem I didn't want, and it's actually, there's some things that I think I like about it, but yeah. Yeah, I started off in a hole 2. I was like 4 over through. I don't even know what I did. It was kind of a little crazy. All right, this is a Sunday pin, a sucker pin. Come on, wind. Blow really, really hard. That was so pulled. Why is that? Who are the golf guys in here? Why is that? When I slow my tempo down, why do I just pull it so bad when I try to take some off it at times? What's the mechanism there? Usually, so like I took a 9 there. I was trying to swing a little lighter on the 9, take a little off of it, and I just dead pulled it. Could have hit full wedge probably. All right, we're gonna flop this up a little bit. Oh, this is where the round goes to shit. Sit. Oh, I thought I hit that like way over. Bladed a flop. Just a timing change, yeah. That was a little handsy skull. All right, let's see here. Chip this in. We haven't had a chip in a little while. That one was definitely like chip in a bowl. Ah, we were gonna play the score, and I'm like, I'm trying here. I'm not scoring here. Very common when you tend to drag your body to keep the body flow through. Yeah, like as in the lower body kind of quits. Is that what you mean? Is that what it would be like? Is that kind of the same thing? All right, Garmin guys, watch this. Well, hopefully I make it, but it breaks. But watch how lightly I can hit this with confidence. See that? Go in. Yeah, so the arms are stealing it. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly what it feels like too. 142. I'd like to get on a little bit, go on a little bit of a run here, hit some shots. 142, wind helping. These pins don't make it easy. That pin with my draw, it's kind of a tricky little one. Could. Okay. There we go, weaken it up a little. Still did it, but that'll be fine. Go, go, go. Here we go. 17, down 8. This looks slippery after this hole. I'd love to CMYK. I gotta YOLO the bank account to do that too, though. You know. It's not like I wouldn't want one though. All right, down 8. Break. Come on, I hit that. I feel like I hit that so good. Oh wait, no way. Thought I was gonna make that. Yeah, I think I want an overhead unit. Like one thing I noticed, one thing I liked about the room was how clean the floor was and how awesome I liked the floor projection, how it looked and just open. You know, when guys come over and sit in this seat, walking past that unit, I used to have clubs sitting over there when we'd have 4 of us play, and now with the unit in the way, it's kind of a... So an overhead unit would be ideal, honestly, just out of the way, and then I could bring in the possibility of right and left-handers with an overhead. There's a lot of good reasons to go to an overhead eventually here. But I also would love to have like a unit, like a GC3 or a quad. A quad would be sweet because of just how awesome it is, and then bringing it like to the range or things like that I think would be awesome. 8-8, up 4. I didn't hit it hard enough, did I? Okay, yeah, I did. But like we at our office, at my work office, we have a Foresight GC Hawk, and that's an awesome unit. I actually did a whole recording and video comparing the M1 Pro to the GC Hawk, and I have never edited it. Did it like 4 or 5 months ago, and they're almost identical. The M1 Pro and the Hawk were like identical to one another, and the Hawk is like a $20,000 unit, I think. So it's pretty expensive monitor. But the Hawk is just like it. I mean, it never misses. It has a huge hitting area. The right-handed you can hit on this side of the mat, and the left-handed can hit on this side. So you don't need to change much because the hitting is in the center for the right and left-hander. The Hawk reads both areas, which that's pretty cool. It saves you some space. All right, 9.2. I think that could be good, right? Spin more. A lot of videos showing really close to the high ends. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I actually have, if anybody wants it, if you email me, I would send it to you. I have a data table of like, the night I did it, because my office is out of town, so when I go to my office, I stay in that city in the hotel, and at night when everybody leaves the office, I can go in and use the Hawk. And so I went in one night, just brought the MLM in my camera and set up in the office and just hit balls with the MLM2 Pro running and the Hawk running. And I have a spreadsheet that I exported from both the Rapsodo and the Hawk. I would send it to you. They were almost spot on. I don't know that I'll ever get to making that video or not. We'll see. Yeah, I did too, Mark. It would have been awesome. All right, 11. Oh, I need a yellow ball. Thank you. Yeah, send me an email and I'll shoot it back to you. If you want it. All right, 11 feet. Come on, let's make one of these stupid putts. 11 feet. You gotta be joking. I'm so close. Well, and really, you know, it's like with the square, that's something super interesting about the square. So like, you know, I know myself, when I was looking at like the MLM, I wanted to make sure it was accurate. I was so concerned that I'd get something that would just train me incorrectly or create a bad habit or that kind of thing. But I mean, honestly, as long as it's not telling me I'm like slicing the ball when I'm hooking it, the square, it may not be perfect on the spin, but I don't ever feel like I'm getting the wrong impression, you know, from my play. It feels so close to the same. It might be off by a few hundred RPMs. It may be off, it may hook 3 yards more or 3 yards less, or a yard less. I actually felt like it was a little bit straighter than my MLM when I compared them. I had them compare, or the Garmin. I compared them one night. You get so caught up in the accuracy, but unless you're like, I feel like unless I'm at like tour level, does that level of accuracy, it's not going to affect my outdoor play, you know? It's still within the range of what you hit it. And you think about it, outdoors, you're dealing with so many other things outdoors, wind, lie, all this stuff that you aren't indoors. So how many times do you hit that exact, I don't know. It just feels like it's plenty good for what you need. It's hard to even want to criticize it, honestly. Should have aimed right a little bit. I thought I hit that tree. But yeah, there's a lot of value in the less expensive ones. They tell you like enough good information. One thing I will say is like I've had the MLM2 Pro a while, and then I get the Garmin and it's got the club data, and seeing my path and face angle, that's something you kind of get addicted to, that you end up wanting to see. When I didn't have it, I probably discounted the value of it. And now having it, I look at the path and face angle and think, man, I really want to have that on my LM moving forward. Okay, we gotta get something to go in. I feel like I've just been chasing it around the hole all night. All right, 21 feet. Downhill? No, not downhill. Oh. I kind of wondered if they would ever. It just feels like they could. I just think that I do respect them in a way that I don't think they're going to add something that they don't believe is
really accurate. I mean, the MLM2 Pro has proven to be very accurate, and if a reason would be that, you know, hey, we're not confident, it doesn't give us the confidence we want to have before we roll something like that out, I totally respect it. But I feel like they could do it. I just don't know. I don't fully understand what it takes and what they have in there for tech compared to the others to be able to give an accurate reading on it. But tried to high hands. That should just go higher and finish really good. Spin a lot. Come on. 9. The greens are too soft. All right. It's gonna be another night where we need a circle. Like, I love my webcam putting, but I need one of these to go in. Okay. 24 feet. Breaking right, then left. Downhill. In the heart, just not enough. 0.2 launch angle, so it was a good putt. Oh, no, don't read that. Did it read it? No, okay. I'm like, shoot, did I cross the yellow line? Did it read that? Oh, I pushed it. Go in. Ooh. I know, Mark. That is the issue. It's like, just hit it in the darn gimme circle from 90 yards. I just have been off. I've been a little long, and then when I've gotten it close, I've burned the edges. This is a course I could definitely see guys going low on. I mean, they do every week already, but this one, the lot of holes underneath 130 yards. A lot of weeks, these par 3 events, they win them at like 20 under, you know. So, oh, got the wrong color ball. I just want to go on some sort of a little streak. Hit a few good holes in a row. Whoa. Oh yeah. I'm like, how could that be? But the Rapsodo has the replay of the face camera. Closed down so much on that. Little handsy tonight. Little flip of the wrist. Yeah, this is the whole hitting area for the Garmin, this little square. Yeah, that is it. That's all you get. That's also a negative too. It kind of wears in the same spot. And then this is, so there's the Garmin. I'll show you that quick. Here's the, there's the Garmin hitting area that you see right now. Here's the square hitting area. So that one I'm flashing on the screen is for square. And then here is the MLM2 Pro. So it's one thing I love about the MLM2 Pro is I can hit anywhere off the mat nearly. But those are the 3 hitting areas. So, yeah, good night, Razor. Yeah, we'll catch you Thursday. Absolutely. Gonna hit a big flop here. This is not hitting it closer, but oh well. That should be a good chip though. Oh, I would have thought it was. Go, 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 go. Bryce, this is not the game you were asking for. Same wear spot? Yeah. You gotta kind of try to move it around probably, but then you mess with alignment if you keep your, you know, thing in the same spot. It's so easy to want to keep it in the same spot. The hitting the unit. Is that enough? We under reading this? Okay. Sounds good. Hey, there's a good putt. Good thing it wasn't for birdie. Good things come to those who wait, right? The birdies are coming. Birdies are coming. I hope. Okay, 146. Keep that lower body moving, huh? 146. Try to flight this a little bit. I feel like I did a pretty good job there. Needs to go. Should be right below it. 7 in a row, that would be awesome. Can you compare chips, Square versus Garmin? Yeah, I have done it. I should do a video on it, Mark. I could do just even a short little couple-minute video on it. I did it on stream one night where I had this Square running side by side with Garmin. I just went out to the practice range. I was hitting all kinds of different shots. I felt like they lined up really well. Actually, surprisingly, I felt like the MLM2 Pro after the recent update lined up really, really well. Like I had this bias in my brain from all the horrible times I had with the MLM2 Pro early on that it just didn't read chips, and then I lined it up with the Garmin and it was like spot on with one another, and I started kind of freeing the mind up on the MLM and hitting better chips with it. So come on, one time. Nope. Man. Oh, Mark, it's probably in there where if you look at my live streams and try to just check the descriptions, and then I do have chapters in them where I'll tell you where I'm on the range, and it might say like MLM2 Pro versus MLM2 Pro versus. I try to chop up the chapters because the streams are too long and it's ridiculous to try to find things otherwise. So hopefully you can find it by looking at the description and then going into the chapters. But I can also try to do a short video on it. It's really easy for me because I sit right side by side to do it. I feel like I could make a highlight video of how no putt went in tonight, but that sounds like I'm complaining, so let's try not to do that. That felt really good. Oh, there's so much wind with me though. Oh, this is where my brain just shuts off sometimes. I had a 96-yard hole, so I hit it 98, only to then look up and see 10-mile-an-hour wind. Damn it. Okay. All right, let's see here. But we're getting a really good test of the putting feature, going back and forth. It's not all bad. All right, downhill 2, 33 feet. That's the other thing. I was looking at my tips tour around the other night at Kapalua. I had 5 gimmies. And I started thinking about it. Like, that could be a way to measure your round, like whether it's good or not, right? Am I thinking of this right? Like if at the end of the round you have, you know, a bunch of gimmies, it means a couple of things. If you have a ton of them, it means you missed the hole by just barely. And I guess maybe it wouldn't be as I talk through it. But if you don't have any, that means you were like constantly missing the 4-foot or the 5-foot circle and having to make 6-footers all night. You had no gimmies. You had to put them all in the hole. So I don't know. I feel like you should have the same number of gimmies as you do not have 1-putts. That would be the measure of a good round, maybe, or a good round of putting. 99. If you look on your card at the end of the round, it shows you how many times it gave you the putt. What was that? Go a little. That was. Let me look at the video. Oh, it was just bladed. Anybody ever look at their? Might have been bladed. It was bladed with the wrong. It was hit with the wrong club. I hit a 60 degree when I meant to hit. Just out of it, not focused. I hit a 58. That's okay. We're having fun tonight. This solution is exciting to me. The fact that it exists. Wasn't even gonna stream. All right, 50 feet-ish. That's the one. Go in. Gosh, good roll. I hope my putting stays like this. Well, I hope it goes in, but I hope my speeds have been really good tonight. The lines haven't been great, but the speeds have been really good. That could be the positive we take. Really good speed tonight. Okay. Really handsy again. I even felt it like flip. Sit there. Bryce, I don't know if I think the over-under for the round is probably +1. I hate to break it to you. Feels like the other night where it's just, it's not happening tonight. This looks fun though. 43 down 5. 43, well, it's actually down 11. So, we'll try to hit it 30 feet and then it should start dropping and never stop. Go in. Oh, no way. That was a good putt. No, Alan, that just means nobody's talked for a while, right? If that would have been the only putt that went in on the round, wouldn't that have been something? All right, these are the difficult little short ones you want to clean up. Bang it in. We're all tired. Yeah, that was a hooker. Yeah, I get it. Bryce talked me into this. He's not tired because it's like noon over there. It's noon or something like that. It's a different time in New Zealand right now. Play another round. It'll be fun, they said. No. We're having fun. At least I got the round done. I was hoping I'd go on like a birdie run. We're running out of holes to do that though. Maybe? Gosh. The feels are off. The feels are, everything's, when I think I got the right club, I'm overshooting everything here today. Should have played Tips Tour. Good night, Mark. Appreciate you hanging around. I don't think we're not going to set any records here, but I am excited though that this solution, I think it can be considered working after 2 SGT rounds with no errors. I think we can call this a working solution. I need that hole to be about 15 inches. Feet made at the stat. My putt's feet made. It's going to be like, what do you think, Bryce? What's your guess? It's got to be like 26 feet? No. That'll be the game we play. Who's going to be closest to the total feet made at the end of the round? We'll check it. All right, 101. Wind is with me. I know this. Take a little off. Oh, I think we did it. I took a little off. I had no spin. I appreciate it though, Bryce. I appreciate it. Good night, Mark. You don't want the dog doing it inside. All right, up 3. Come on. That was so good. Oh man. SCS, this feels like the tips tour round where I was like, there's no chance I make, and I am, dude, it is a thing. Bryce, you probably can vouch for me here. Like going to the tips tour and playing 12 and 13, like at Kapalua with these sloped greens. Then you come and play like 10 or 11 stimp, and trying to recalibrate what you think the break is in your mind. The feel, I have the speed down tonight, but I haven't really picked very many good lines. I mean, they've been close. They've been not great. So there's something to that for sure. Getting that mind back on the different speed. Don't make me putt. Birdie with no putting would be nice. Stop, stop, stop. Yeah. No other way to do it right now. That's what we needed. Okay. One of those tonight. Man alive, nothing wants to go in. Okay, 146. Aim right, heaps of room. I also have a left aim right. I got a left wind here. How about I aim right edge? I draw it in against the wind. A little bit more than the wind, but against the wind here. Fourteen's too much, isn't it? Hey, SDS, thank you. Oh, that's all right, isn't it? Hey, spin. That's pretty good. SDS, thanks so much, man. I appreciate that so very much. You guys are the best. Another Canadian in the chat. And Thursday, I've got a new stream element thing that's going to go up, which will be cool. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's get another one. Yeah, hard to go back and forth. Yeah, that stimp reading is just wild sometimes. I mean, and it's fun. It's actually once you start to play the higher stimp ones a little more and realize they break a little more. It's definitely more of a challenge, and that's kind of fun to some point. Sometimes it's maddening when the ball rolls all the way off the green, but it's also pretty fun. This one, uphill 22. I feel like it's just going to rip off this first side hill. Missing the last one. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Make it for you. No, I just overread that much. Missing the last one. Got a call. All right, man. Thank you, STS. Again, thank you so much. All right, let's make this. This would be nice to finish even, wouldn't it? Haven't made anything really all day. Need a putting lesson. All right, 13 up 4. Of course not. 1 inch of putts there. Okay, feet of putts. Let's take a look at feet of putts. Oh, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? Feet of putts made. Not very many is the feet of putts made.
Oh, one birdie that round on a par 3 event. That's got to be one of the lows I've had. Okay, let's. Oh, I exited GSPro. I didn't mean to do that. I don't need a GSPro. We just need SGT. Let me show you that. Simulator Golf Tour. Bullshit T. SimulatorGolfTour.com. Bryce, hey man. Wow. Thank you so much, Bryce. Appreciate that, man. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, Bryce. You guys are the best. Let's look at that feet of putts made. I gotta see this because it's. I feel like it was 0. Where are we at? Right here. Scorecard. Statistics. Okay. Oh shoot! It already showed. I was gonna say. Oh wait, you haven't seen it. It's behind my head. What's your guess? Put it in the chat. How many feet of putts did I make? How many feet of putts did I make? Oh, I'm awesome with not webcam. You just got the Mevo working on its own. Love it. 65. Bryce says he already looked it up. He looked it up. 65. Bryce says 65 feet of putts, and the winner is. One more scroll and it'll tell you. Here it comes, here it comes. How many feet of putts? 55. 55 feet of putts. 32 and 32. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I had so many on like the literal edge. But tonight was more of a night, kind of a last minute testing night. The par 3 was more of a way to just consume the stream and do the tests and hang with you guys. So I had fun doing it. So hard to score, yeah, unless you hit the circle, yeah. Or making putts, yeah. You gotta make putts. Cool. Well, hey, thank you everybody. I am gonna spend another hour here quick shooting a quick film on this. You'll probably see the video in this shirt when it comes out. And then I'm gonna grab a couple hours of sleep and head to the airport. So be in Texas tomorrow. Back Thursday for league. Tomorrow I'll set the new hole up for the week, so people that need to play it early can play it early, and we'll go for there. Jay, good to see you. Thanks for hopping on, even though it's late early. We just a little testing tonight, Jay. A little. You have to go back and check it out. We got a possible solution here for some stuff. So, but as always, Stu, PDN, STS, Antennas, Chad, Golf, thanks for stopping. John Michaels, Ida, CMYK, Alan, Razor. Who else? These are the ones I can think. Thank you everybody. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Chat. HT Dumps, appreciate you. Maybe I'll check my DMs. Maybe catch you down in Dallas tomorrow. Who knows? But thanks everybody. Have a good night. We will see you on Thursday.